Whoa! Ah! This is too much UI! Okay, hold on. Give me a quick second. There we go. Okay, my camera is back to normal. Sort of. I mean, I guess I could just do something like... Oh, does this actually go through? Yeah, that goes through! Oh, I mean, I could change the mode. I mean, I could change it to photo mode. It makes the resolution look a little better. It doesn't reduce the graininess of the image, and honestly, the lighting looks a little, actually, the lighting doesn't look... I mean, it doesn't look too bad, because, I mean, it's not, like, half my face or something like that, but, you know... Hmm... Either this pop filter is making my lips look redder, or my lips are chapped. I'm betting on chapped, because, back to movie. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it lightens up the image just a little bit better. Okay, no. I guess that was the pop filter just making my lips look a little redder. But then again, they are a little chapped right now. They're feeling a little chapped because it's kind of dry, it's cold, it's starting to snow out there. And really, it chaps right around this time of year anyway. Either, I mean, if it doesn't chap in fall, if they don't chap in fall, then they're going to chap in March. If they don't chap in March, then they're going to chap in fall. It's a little, or in the spring, you know? But either way. And, you know, we're right now in our spring months. We're starting to get our spring snowstorms. And, I mean, it isn't much of a snowstorm right now. But really, I hope that we get some more snow. Because we haven't gotten that much snow this year. And I'm kind of worried about it being a very dry summer for us. Like, so dry that, honestly, marching around would just kill grass. And we don't want that. Or just our exhaust manifolds could start fires or something. Or, well, like a Coke bottle could start fires, you know? And that's not good. It's never good. Okay, looks like it's still struggling with the streaming. I know I got 3 Wi-Fi cards connected. One being my phone again. The other one being the one that I am... the one that I think that's probably working with this stream right now. And then the last one being the one that's inside the computer, which practically I think only works as a support, really, is more of a backup. But honestly, that one doesn't do much since it's like 2G and it really sucks. I mean, really, I probably should go out and buy like a better Wi-Fi card for my desktop. It probably would help, but at the same time, it probably doesn't really necessarily make that much of a difference either because it probably wouldn't make that much of a difference either because, well, my computer's kind of old and slow anyway, so, you know, there's going to be some issues. Maybe I should probably share this and go like, I'm live now. Okay, live now. Okay, just doing it on the MVM Jam. I don't know if anybody's really paying attention to the Citizens of Left Wyoming Discord right now. Because most of the posts that you'll find there right now is posts from me. Because I am the only one that's keeping it active right now. But that's fine. I mean, there's no shame in, you know, doing something for yourself, even though, honestly, thankfully, running a Discord server actually isn't that expensive. In fact, if anything, it's really cheaper. What the heck is going on here? Why on earth am I... What the heck? Why on earth is this trying to open up Discord? The heck? Somebody hacked my computer? I'm a little weird. I'm a little weirded out by that now. I'm gonna pay attention. I am definitely gonna have to pay attention. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different with the background audio this time. Because the last time I was listening to regular music, and for some reason I wasn't able to think. But when I figured out the problem to this, which actually I will probably show you how I figured this out. I'm gonna have to reopen... I'm gonna have to reopen my testing grounds again, but... Here we go. New testing grounds.sln. Wait a second, what? 3,518.91 kilobits is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use the streaming bit rate of 2,500 kilobits. Wait, how on earth was that lower, YouTube? How is that lower? I see that's actually pretty freaking good. Okay, I have my software set up to stream at like 6,000 kilobits per second. But that's only because when it does good, it will do good. And even if it's going over, it's still streaming. And it's still working like it should. Even if it's way too much for what I'm streaming. But of course, when it comes down to it, it very rarely ever reaches that. In fact, that 3,000 kilobit thing was kind of an anomaly right there. Because I never really get that. Ever. Period. End of story. It's kind of weird. Very bizarre. But nonetheless. Anyway, so basically I'm going to show you what I changed with my code here. Let me switch over to this. Also, probably get some background stuff going on here. Oh, well, let's the ASMR. Let's go for calm, relaxing music. Even though I know I have some copyrighted songs in here, too. Yeah, prepare yourselves. There's going to be some copyrighted songs in this one, but... Because actually I do have some songs from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which, by the way, is a really good movie, by the way. I do recommend watching it. Also, I'm excited for DreamWorks' next movie. I forgot what it was called. Oh, Wild Robot. Wild Robot. Because tell you the truth, I was actually kind of enamored with how beautiful the visuals were. And tell you the truth, if they actually do what I'm thinking that they're going to do, which is basically not have too much dialogue at all, it's going to be pure art. Like, seriously, if they're just going to let the visuals do the storytelling, then honestly, I think this is probably going to... I think Wild Robot could be, like, by far, the best DreamWorks movie ever made. Because, you know... It's kind of interesting. I mean, granted, this movie isn't necessarily a well, this animated movie that I might talk about too, along with Wild Robot, actually isn't necessarily considered like a cult classic movie, and I don't think it's really well, okay, I don't think it's necessarily a Christmas movie, but I still kind of list it as a Christmas movie because it has a bit of a Christmas-like vibe to it, but basically they also did a book with it too, and it's called The Snowman. And, well, it's very impactful, actually. I kind of like the fact that really they don't use audio. They just use audio from music and just the visuals to tell the story. They don't worry about putting voiceover on it. They don't worry about... They don't worry about any of that, okay? They basically just they're trying to make art. And, you know, I kind of like that. My mom's probably like, oh yeah, why is he not listening to the State of the Union address? Well, you know what? First of all, I was doing this tonight anyway. I did get a chance to listen to some of it, but to tell you the truth, right now, if I had to speak my mind politically, and this is coming out of just sheer fear because I know I'm going to get beat up because... I live in a state full of Republicans. Stand to help. Now, anyway, if I had to speak my mind, I think Trump's ass is preemptively kicked. Like, seriously, I don't think he's going to have a chance of winning this. Let alone him even just... Sorry. Let alone him just even getting the chance to run for presidency. I think he literally... has been beaten by Joe Biden. And, you know, it's going to be even more true if he lands himself in jail, which is probably an inevitability at this point. Or if he has a heart attack and it dies, which also is an inevitability too, because he definitely is not well. Physically and mentally. And granted, I'm not a mental doctor or anything like that, but, you know... Even the mental doctors have taken a look at some of his footage and go like, yeah, he clearly has issues. He's got a lot of issues. I'm probably going to get beat up for that and sharing it on the internet, but, you know, so be it. If I get beat up for it, I get beat up for it. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't care about myself anyway, so what does it matter? But either way. Anyway, let me show you what I fixed. So, see this? This used to be a lot more different. In fact, when it comes down to it, I used to have pose X is less than 0 or pose X is less than the room size get size X. It took me a while to realize how stupid that was. Because basically, no matter which way I look at it, it's always gonna be greater than 0. Like, always. Period. End of story. Because as an unsigned integer, and hear me out, an unsigned integer doesn't go -1, -2, -3. It just goes right straight back to the highest number. So basically, when it comes down to it, if I was like, oh, okay, I'll show you. Come on. There we go. Like, we were inside the window right here. And then, of course, I go this direction. That's a negative integer right there. But it's not really necessarily outputting a negative integer. It is outputting an integer that is positive, but is a stupidly high number. Like, so high that, honestly, I don't even remember it. I think it's like 4 million something, I think. Or 4 billion something. I really do need to look this up. Whatever. Entitled to your own opinion. If someone seeks you out in real life to beat you up for a political opinion, they'll find themselves getting beaten in jail quite fast if I had to bet. Well, you know, you really have no idea how scary these people really are. It's crazy. It's crazy. Which, you know, kind of worries me about why I don't want Trump back in the presidency, actually. But, you know, I'll keep that on the down low. So, anyway, like I said, when it comes down to it, this is like going back into a negative integer. And also, I forgot. I need to look this up. Give me a quick second. Gotta do a quick Google search. Yip-de-doo, because I can't quite remember this number off the top of my head, but it was so ridiculously big that I forget. Unsigned int max value. There we go. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. Yeah, 4,294, well, 1,967,295. That is the max value of a 32-bit integer. Couldn't even imagine what it'd be like for a 64-bit integer. Which, by the way, 64 bits is like more lane, so that's like, holy cow. You know? But anyway. So basically, when it comes down to it, with this piece of code right here that gets changed, I actually ended up getting... I actually decided to take it back into my little testing area here, which, by the way, actually, to tell you the truth, I do kind of like the light blue background. Granted, I don't know if I really necessarily want to keep it like this or not, but we'll see. I'll have my debates, and maybe I might post it up as a vote, but tell you the truth, this actually doesn't look too bad right now, right? Okay? And then I'm going to go over to 2, which will load in this area, then number 3, which, by the way, is when the program absolutely crashed. It's not crashing anymore. Now, the real reason why is because every time it goes outside of the integer range, or, well, the size of the image, it basically returns 0. It returns nothing. So, therefore, it allows the image to get adapted to whatever the heck I like. So, the good news is, yes, this is fixed. Yes, this does work. And yes, it probably will allow me to have the seamless transitions. However, thing is, I gotta implement this, and I gotta make sure it works. So that's the biggest thing right there. But I gotta do it down here. Wait, load path. Why is this? Okay, why is this returning an error all of a sudden? It wasn't returning an error before, was it? Or, well, when I was trying to implement it yesterday, anyway. Oh, wait a second. Maybe because... Well, okay, let's be honest here. I actually did a little bit of editing outside of this, and before I went to bed last night. So basically, this whole file is completely different. But that's because I decided to edit it, like, outside of, Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. We're also gonna get rid of this. Actually, tell you the truth, I could probably set this all back into load zone if I needed to. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Because then, of course, if I do it in load zone, then the good news is I would be able to... Well, then again, I have some issues with load zone too. Well, maybe I could. Because then, of course, at least if I do have to make another unit of it, which I hope I don't, I could just carry it over into that unit instead of having to copy and paste over and over and over again, you know? And also I could probably define more functions within the load zone itself, rather for individual things, like, for example, doors and such, rather than having, like, you know, having it like this down here where I have to code something new every single time. So, yeah, I think I should probably do that. Most of this got reset because I had to edit this in, oh... What was the program? It had to deal with Notepad, and it had 2 of a certain symbol. Notepad++. There we go, that's what it was. I'm no good with names sometimes. I'm sorry. It's just a bad trait to have. I'm sorry. But anyway, the real thing is that, honestly, I didn't really necessarily need to go ahead and do a, make it a vector class. So, I can delete all that. I don't need it. But I do need to... Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. By the way, can you guys hear the audio? I have it on mute, don't I? Okay, just so you know, I have it on my relaxing news playlist right now, which isn't a very big playlist, but it can be pretty long because there's like 2 songs that are pretty much almost about an hour. Actually, yeah, one's an hour, one's about an hour and 10 minutes. So it is a long playlist, but, you know, hey, look, it was either this or ASMR because actually I kind of thought, you know, since when I made my little discovery and did my simple little trick to make my program work, or make the map generation work, so that I can replace maps, or reuse maps, really, I was tired. I was ready to turn my computer off. I was ready to just completely and totally give up and do this all tomorrow, you know? And then, of course, my brain snapped and went like, hey, what if you tried this? What if something interesting happened, huh? Okay, 2,419.91 kilobits is lower than the recommended bitrate. Well, you know, if your recommended bitrate is 2,500 kilobits per second, then honestly, I don't see where the problem really is, because honestly, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, honestly, I've seen worse. Oh, now it's saying it's having a hard time maintaining smooth streaming because it's not receiving enough video. Because, you know, that's an error that I haven't seen before while doing this. At all. No way, no how. What? If you think I'm going crazy about this, no, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Anyway. Or, really, I don't know. You know, it's kind of like when I think about insanity. Insanity's doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And the one thing that we commonly do in our society is we wake up, we go to work, we go to bed. It's rinse and repeat over and over and over again. What kind of results do we expect? Money, wealth, power, maybe to get that big promotion, and then none of that comes. And you expect it to happen the next day, and then you expect it to happen the next day. 2,793.86 is lower than 2,500 kilobits? What? YouTube! YouTube! I almost want to take a picture of this and go like, hey folks, what's wrong with this image? Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh, okay, good. Ah, yes, it holds it in place. Save. Okay. Capture 7, capture 8. There we go. Close that. There we go. And then, of course, I'm just gonna go like... I'm just gonna share this real quick, like, give me a quick second. Yeah, people are probably gonna be scratching their heads with this one, but actually, you know what? I'm just gonna share it on my own server too. Citizens of Left Wyoming, I don't need to worry about this one because honestly, I'm the only one that ever seems to use it. There we go. There we go. How is that lower? Like, seriously, how is 27? How? In what world? That is just messed up. Anyway. Okay, now it's saying 784.98 kilobits per second is lower than the recommended bitrate. Now that makes sense. YouTube. You know, I use ad blocker for a very particular reason because I really don't like watching the YouTube ads. And granted, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people out there who feel the same way. But you know what? Stuff like that really makes me not want to remove the ad blocker. Because YouTube doesn't deserve money if they're not gonna fix their shit. Seriously, they do not. Anyway, so here we go. We're just gonna collision detect wall. There we go. Wait, what? Oh wait, never mind. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I'm like, wait a second, what's up with this part right up here? I thought I put this all as a switch. No, it's not a switch. I kind of forgot about that. Anyway, so what I need to do is actually, I'm probably just going to copy most of this up here. So... And also, I decided to update my cheat sheet last night, too, before I went to bed as well. So, let me show you that. Data, room dat. There we go. So, right here. For the level transitions, which basically is the load zone, 0 is nothing, 1 is first transition, 2 is first switch, 3 is second transition, 4 is second switch, 5 is third transition, 6 is third switch, 7 is fourth transition, and 8 is fourth switch. So basically I'm thinking like 4 transitions per room. And then 4 doors at max per room, or per area, or per zone. Granted, I don't know if I'm going to be using all 4, but yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell, my friends. Time will tell. Though it's kind of funny, I use 2 more colors than I do within the level geometry. Kind of weird, isn't it? But oh well. At least the good news is I still have my cheat sheet right here for colors as well, which, you know, still pretty useful. I think I might copy that over for every game I do. But anyway. Oh, and of course I need to go to the bathroom right now. Hold on a sec, folks. You're gonna get some chair footage. I'll mute the mic so you don't have to hear me. Hello, I'm back from the bathroom. Wait, did I wash my hands? In this case, I'm leaving the mic on. I'm shaming myself. Okay, I'm back. Now that I've washed my hands and I now have clean hands, I am going to itch my nose, because it's itchy. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change this up just a bit. So we're just gonna go update map. Okay, so load zone. There we go. Actually, I think I just copied and pasted this over, so. But I am gonna be doing some this class 2, I think I put that in as a joke, didn't I? Alright, I'm not going to worry about the zone number for now. We're going to get rid of that because we're just going to make it player map moves. There we go. Get rid of that. Now we're going to change this over to this class 2. Oh, and we're going to switch this over to 2. And I think we'll get rid of that. And then accelerate V. Oh, right. It's okay. I'll probably fix that in the area down there. Else area 1 area active equals. Well, actually, this would be this class 2. Well, yeah, no, never mind. It would still be this Karen area active, and then the other one would be this class 2. Back? Okay. Alright, you haven't missed out on much. Oh, yeah, if... Well, actually, I don't really need that. I can delete that. There we go. Okay, so far, I'm actually just going to be streamlining this just a little bit here. Actually, I could probably just make that a switch statement, couldn't I? Make it a little easier on myself. And therefore I can probably Wait, yeah, that would definitely make things easier for myself, because then, of course, if I did that as a switch statement, then, of course, I could be able to do it from, like, 1 all the way up to, well, 0 all the way up to 12, which I think I have listed right here in my notepad. Yeah, 0 does nothing, but 1 does the first transition, that one's the first switch, second transition, second switch. Okay, yeah. So, let's just do this as a switch, then. Let's just edit this up. SWITCH. Call. No, what? SWITCH. There we go. And then we're just going to go test trig. TRIG. And we're going to go renum, because that's the return number. And then we're going to go play pose. Play map pose! Gah! There we go. Okay, I think we'll just leave default as 0. Case 1. Case 2. I am forgetting my brakes. Give me a break. Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. I can't resist the chocolatey taste. Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. Sorry. Had to help. I couldn't help myself. BREAK. There we go. Case 4. Break. Good grief. Case 5. Break. Case 6. I'm halfway there. Break. Case 7. Break. Case 8. Break. I am breaking a lot of cases here. Don't mind me. Case 9. Break. There's a reason why break is important, okay? Because switches are odd in all ways. Basically, if you don't have the break right there, it doesn't stop the switch from occurring. In fact, if anything, it just goes right on to the next sentence. Which is kind of bizarre, but hey, look, I guess it's an evil necessary, right? Case 10. Break. 2 more to go. B-R-A-K. B-R-A-K-E. B-R-E-A-K. I'm forgetting how to spell break, considering that I've already spelt it like 9 frickin' times. Have you ever had that? Case 11. Break. And then case 12. Break. There. Got it. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to... Okay, so in this case, I actually do need a return number value for it. Int revalue. There we go. Actually, if that's the case, I think it probably would be better if I Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to manage this without necessarily blowing up something here and causing it to take too much memory here. Don't mind me. Just yawning because I can, apparently. Oh yeah, one thing I probably will also do too is I'll test the... this doesn't need to be all the way open. Thank you. Okay, so we're just gonna set clear to that color palette that I had for the test manager, so... Of course! I don't have it open. Let's just open it up in a new window. We're gonna go into new testing grounds. There we go. We're gonna go into new testing grounds. I'm gonna open up run.8. Oh no, OBS disconnected. Oh no, never mind, it's reconnected now. Hopefully it gets data back before the streaming software decides, oh yeah, no, it's time to end the stream. Okay, there we go. It says excellent connection, so it must be connected. It should be connected. I hope it's connected. Let it be connected! Yes, it is connected. Okay, good. It's just buffering just a little bit for me. It's buffering on my end. Let's just say that. Okay, start game. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's not loading the image in. Okay, this was an easy fix, don't worry. It's just because load data does not have a path, so it's not loading in the image like it should. So therefore, it is causing an error within the map file. So that's a fairly easy fix. That's an understandable fix. Because I don't have it set to properly yet. Oh, right, and I don't have loading zone test set either, do I? Because I really do need to change it. I changed it from loading zone test to load zone, so we're just gonna go that, load zone. There we go. I'm gonna do this with this one too. I still haven't changed it from test level, but I don't know if anybody's really gonna argue the details here. So it was load zone 0, load zone 1, and load zone 3. Okay. Load zone 0, load zone 1, and load zone 3. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. Zone set, okay. And I'm gonna set zone to 0. You piece of garbage, work with me! Arrgh! There we go. I'll get this off the screen. What? Build errors? What do you mean? What do you mean, build errors? Oh, hold on. Exit. Kill it. Stop it. What do you mean, build errors? Zone is undone. Oh, zone numb. Does that work? Not nim! Numb! We're not talking about that movie about a mouse. Though, actually, Secret of Nim is a good movie, though. I do recommend watching it. Okay, what do you mean? Zone undeclared identifier. I declared it! It's zone numb now! That's... Ah! See, it says zone numb, int zone numb, and then down here, zone numb. How on earth is it still refusing to see that I changed it? There. Okay. Okay. What? What's causing this? Division integer by 0. You can't divide by 0, that's for sure. That's what's causing this breakpoint, so apparently something ain't loading properly. I'm thinking it's the texture. It's literally the texture itself. Which I thought I had a load path for that. Yeah, textures dot ground text dot. Okay, so NVMG jam data textures and then ground text 1. I don't know about you, but that seems like a fairly solid string right there. So I don't know what on earth it's complaining about. TXTURES. No, that's correct. That is correct. That PNG. That's because it just set the load path. It should be set to background map 1. So dot and then dot. Even though really I do need to make a new texture for that room because I think I want to use something different than the grassy textures. Actually, I think I want to use the grassy textures for like transitions and then use like roadways and other stuff and other different textures to represent what area you're currently in. So, you know, like for example, you start out in a transition zone and then you go into, you go into a zone where you go from one area to another. And basically once you go into that other area, it changes into like more of a cityscape or a roadscape or whatever they want to do. And then of course have like another area where it's like a breather and it's in between these other areas. Also having some enemies to fight along the way. Well, except for the opening area. The opening area, I kind of want to keep as open and as peaceful as possible, so... But yeah, that's basically what the real problem is right there. The background map was just not loading in properly because there was nothing to load. I didn't put a string in there at all, which means that it's not loading a tile map. And that's why it was returning 0. There we go. Okay, actually I do think that the blue background... Okay, maybe it's a little too much. I think I might want to try and darken it just a little bit. I know I got another thing within my color palette that is a bit darker than this, but still has this sort of pleasant tone to it. I gotta take a look at it, though. Thankfully, I have it loaded in GIMP already, so... Okay. Though so far, my level transition is not working, so I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be the Really? Well, okay, yeah, nope, it's not working. It's broken. It's busted. It doesn't work no more. Sort of. It sort of works, but it sort of doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I also gotta find a way so that it knows which area... Oh. Yeah, I gotta do it in such a way that it knows which area is loaded. Guys, do you see that? I see a slight error. Even despite the fact that it's transparent, I see an error on my behalf. So, hold on, I gotta reopen this file and, data, back into it, room dat, there we go. We need test level 3. Actually, I should just make it test level 4 all the way. But, well, I way to make it so that the player has to go across the gap, because for story reasons, I want them to go across the gap. But then again, maybe I might make it so that there's some enemies waiting for them at the very top of the area there. So basically, when it comes down to it, they probably wouldn't want to be encouraged to go up that direction. Then again, that would be kind of gatewalling it too. I'll just keep test level 3 open for now, but I'll figure out something to make this work, because I have in the past. Yep, that's my problem. It was cayenne instead of the bluish-greenish that I had going on there. So now when I open up this, there we go! Now it looks a little more cohesive. But see, like I said, now it doesn't activate the bug anymore because now it's displaying, putting out a 0 instead of a 1. Well, okay, for some reason this is putting out a 1 still. I think it has to deal with something with the collision detect for the wall. I think. No? No, it isn't. Okay, so why is it outputting 1? Oh, I gotta take a look. Where is it? Ah, zone number. That's why. It is changing the zone number, though. So, okay. Alright then. So, here we go. Wait, what? How did I get over here? Oh, wait a second. That's because I jumped over. That's right. Also, I still got the dash going on here, so, yep, I can make it all the way across this map. Actually, I should probably put a wall there because the player could phase right through that. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't matter. Well, no, it would matter. It would matter. Okay, so there's a few things I gotta do here. Give me a quick second. I'll add on a wall to that other side. Ugh, it still looks like Donkey Kong at this level, though. At this distance. Okay, so open with GIMP, please. Oh, one of these days I'll have to build a more substantial map editor. One of these days I'll have to get it so it can recognize all the colors. Okay, so like that, and we're gonna put in a orange. Orange. It's kind of funny how I made orange the top corner, considering that's a contrasting color to blue, surprisingly enough. Or a complementary color, anyway. So we're going to overwrite. There we go. And voila. Now it's gone. But anyway, now I just need to get the transition to work like it should. And then also be able to get it so that it changes the zone number as you progress. Or it changes the zone number accurately, anyway. Alright, so here comes a challenge. The thing that I kind of like most about doing this kind of program from scratch type of stuff. Sorry for yawning like that. My arm's a little itchy, I don't know why. Okay, let's see. We're trying to figure this out here. I think I got it. I got an idea. Okay, so I think I have a bit of an idea of how to do this. It might be a little bit convoluted and a little bit complicated, but I'm pretty sure I might be able to get something like this to work. So, here's the idea. I kind of want to make it so that, yes, it does activate the transition when it needs to. So, I'm just going to put all this into the default. And this is going to be in Chest Trig 2. Actually, no. Gotta include the transfer cool too. There we go. And then we're gonna set transcool equal to 15. Give it a quick cooldown time. If not, I might just make it 10. But that'd be even more quicker, because, you know, I'm working at 60 frames per second here. As a default. Though, granted, I guess you could make the game run really slow if you were to just do something like this. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, actually, you could also make it run really fast if you did this right now, too, because I don't have my frame adjuster on. So basically, you could probably speedrun this game if you wanted to. Whee! 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 Yeah, I can already see speedrunners using this. Whoa, that massively slowed down things. Like, to a steady 60 frames per second all of a sudden. Wow, holy cow. Whoa! You're seeing that? Okay, I gotta get my frame counter on. I gotta see this. Yes! Let Action make some changes to my computer. Let it have some graphical level clearance so that it can record. I wonder what's causing that slowdown. Maybe it's just because it's constantly loading that other area? I don't know. I don't think so. That's kind of a waste of resources if it is, but, you know, at the same time, it doesn't look like it's constantly loading either because, well, this would have a few more bumps inside of it and, oh, maybe it is constantly loading that area because the memory management went up. Okay, we're just going to do this on the game. Here we go. Okay, it's at 60 frames per second, and... Okay, it bumped up to 72, and now it's 80, 85, 91, 93, 90, 93... Okay, so right now it's running at 90 frames per second on my computer. 77 at the very most. 77 at the least, but it's like 91 at the most. And then when it goes into this area, it seems to drop down instantly. Makes me almost wonder if... makes me wonder if it actually does drop down like that when it goes into that area at 60 frames per second. Now I gotta really check this out. Hold on. Let's adjust the frame rate. Let's adjust the frame rate to 60. Though, I wouldn't be surprised if it is working like that because... Fine at 60 frames per second, because honestly, that gives the computer more processing time to process the information, you know? Okay, and now we're back to regular pace again. I'll just use the dash to make things a little bit quicker. Right now, I kind of have it unlocked personally for myself, but I will be locking it later on when I get more into a bit of a final build here, but... Ah! Okay, it's also unlocked for debugging purposes like that, too. I still don't know what causes that to happen. I mean, it's a little more accurate with the collision, but sometimes there's cracks that still show through the seam like that one. Okay, it's still running at 60 frames per second, dropping down to 59 every now and then. Or 50. Okay. It's going down to 56, 54. That wasn't too noticeable of a difference. Yeah, that's not noticeable of a difference. It does drop just a bit, but it doesn't drop, like, massively, you know? It doesn't go from, like, 60 all the way down to, like, 40, but it does slow down just a little bit. Yeah, so basically like 40 at the minimum, 60, and like 50 at the max. Or like 55 at the max. So, yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's not as noticeable. Personally, I think I'd rather take, you know, even if I can't have it locked, at least I'd rather take it where, like, it drops a little bit, rather than it dropping a whole lot, because if it drops a whole lot, then honestly, the game will, well, and of course, suck performance. I mean, will not do very well performance-wise, but also it will cause, but also, when it comes down to it, a massive drop would also be kind of game-breaking, too, would take you out of the experience. So, in other words, yeah, I suppose what I got isn't too bad. Well, as long as you're not playing it at 120 frames per second, which then, of course, in that case, yeah, yep, you're screwed. So anyway, so I just need a way to figure out which area is active at a time, though, so it loads in the correct area. So, you know, like if every active is active 2, if every active is 3, whatever, you know? So how to do that? That's going to be a little bit complex, but I think I could do that. I mean, I probably was going to have to create something like this, whether I did instant transitions or not, but... But I think I'm probably going to remove the fade, though. Because now it serves no more purpose. So I'm going to completely remove color map. There we go. And then I'm going to close out of action here, because switch it back over to screen. There we go. Now it's not noticeable for you guys. And there we go. Closed out of action. Okay. Hate how unflexible jeans can be sometimes. Kinda wish I was in my pajama bottoms. Why do I sit in weird poses? It's because I feel like it, apparently. I like sitting in weird poses. It's just something I do. It's just how I roll. Just who I am, what I do. Anyway. So... I woke up tired this morning. But that's okay. Sometimes a sleepy brain is better than a wide awake brain, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, basically what I needed to do is I need to get rid of this. Though, actually, it wasn't set in the other area to active, though. That's the thing. Oh, that's because... Whoop. I do the same thing. Oh, that's good. At least I'm not alone in this world. Alright. You know, whenever I'm snagged up on a problem, I don't know why I instantly just go to solitaire. Because apparently I just go to solitaire. Wait a second, hold on. I see a solution. Actually, I think I saw a solution before I saw the solution. Ah! It's a solution of a solution. There we go. Anyway, so what I need to do here is I need to figure out a way to adjust the zones properly. And I need to figure out how to do this in a necessary manner. Well, okay, not in a necessary manner. Okay, I am really misusing words here. Blah. Okay, so here's what I need to do here. I need to figure out how to get the zone to load properly. Or at least to know which zone needs to load. Okay, John, you're really beating around the bush with this problem here. Really, you need to know you need to let the program know which zone you need when you need it. Because if you don't, well, yeah, it's gonna all fall into shambles, you know. Okay, this is, like, by far the easiest game of solitaire I've probably ever played. But anyway, the real truth is that I need to figure out how to get this whole zone checker working. And I need a way to make it so it manages the zones in the most proper way. And also tell the program which direction it's going in so that, hey, look, this zone needs to be this information needs to be loaded in for this area, and this information needs to be completely and totally discarded, you know? Something like that, you know? So the real million-dollar question is, how do I do this? That is the real question. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I almost screwed myself over with that one, but I managed to catch that and save myself. The thing is that I need to figure out how to... Aha. Bam. Done. Okay. Did the solitaire game help? Kinda, not really. But I do think I have a solid idea of what to do here. I think. Or at least I don't know if I think, but maybe I might think. Maybe I'm just crazy. Who knows? We'll just exit out of that. Anyway, we'll just go... You know, what if we had an output in integer? A specific integer, you know? An integer for figuring out which direction it went. An integer that's like 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0 would be when the player is no... Ooh, wait a second, but I need more than 4, don't I? Because I also got 4 doors, so... 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, there we go. Now, let's type this out. Let's get this figured out. I'm just doing, what do they call this in developing? I mean, I call it note-taking, but really, I think there was more of a specific term. Oh... I know, because I read about this inside a book. Not only does it help programmer visualize what he's trying to do, but it also helps a programmer figure out what he needs to do in order to get something to work, you know? I forget what it was called again. But, you know, there was a specific term for it. So, when the player is nowhere near the zone, when the player is near a exit zone, that is first. That is primary. When the player is near a exit zone, that is when the player is near a exit zone, that is there a version of that for third? Third-ary? 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 The third. We'll just call it the third. And then when the play is near a exit zone, that is the fourth. And then we also do when a player... Really? Tertiary. Is that really how you pronounce it? Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna go to Google for this one. I misspelled that. And I was looking out of that. Stupid dyslexia. It always gets in my way. I'll admit to that one. Okay.
Tertiary.
Tertiary? Third order in the level. Okay, so... Wait a second. Aha! 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 A cheat sheet! I found a cheat sheet! Wait. Oh. Wait. Oh. Quaternary? Quaternary, huh? Okay, then. Enters door 1. When a player enters door 2, when a player I spelled it twice correctly the first time. Why didn't I do it the third time, huh? Ugh. Enters door 3, and then when a player enters door 4. Okay. So now that we got this figured out, tertiary is the pronunciation. Okay, then. Thank you. Alright. I think my stream here is a little bit behind on the YouTube page, but yeah, it's just off by like maybe 1 or 2 seconds, but, or well, 10 to 20 seconds, but, you know. It's kind of hard to keep up with that stream when, you know. Okay. Itchy ankle. I don't know what causes it to be so itchy sometimes. It's either my socks aren't getting clean enough, or my ankles are completely dry, or I'm just dehydrated. Well, that last one could be true too. I don't know. So anyway, what I need to do is I need to have it send out communications between 1 through 8. So what I need to do is I also need to figure out what communication is being active for the time being or for the moment. So, like, for example, the player is nowhere near the zone. Okay, so when it's 0, it will send out a 0. When it's at 1, it will send out a 1. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to have it so it's set to detect when the player is in, like, I don't know, color number 2. If you're in the primary exit zone. So, when it hits the first switch. So, we're gonna go activate when the player hits first switch. And then, of course, we need another subset here for what zone it should pull out. Wait a second. How about a check for the current zone first? Wouldn't that work? Okay, yeah. Check current zone. And then, of course, also I really do need, like, a state manager to... Oh, well, no, I do have a state, but I need something to control, like, what current state the game is, progressive-wise. I should probably have, like, a progression meter, shouldn't I? Especially if I really want to put a story onto this, because then, of course, you know, your story would be tied to how much you progressed inside the game. I should probably also put a completion meter on this, too, since a Metroidvania usually does have, or usually does run off of completion, you know? It's always been like that, ever since the beginning, all the way back to the original Metroid. Even though with the original Metroid, I mean, you had to complete the game within, like, 2 hours, if I remember correctly, collecting everything in order to see Samus without her suit, but... Okay, so yeah, we probably should just do that. Check. Heck. Check the current state of the game. I'm not going to check completion bonus with this because... I will not check completion bonus because that is irrelevant to this kind of stuff. So I could copy and paste all this onto the second one, and the tertiary, and the quaternary. I'm probably butchering that one. Okay, so we're gonna go hit the second switch. Hits the third switch. And then the fourth. There we go. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to have, like, a story progression meter. So that should be my first action, right? Okay, so we're gonna do int zone num, and then for keeping track of where the player is in the story. Int story track equals 0. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this as an int, but because of the fact that ints usually are big numbers anyway, I think it would probably be... Oh, actually, let's just do that unsigned. Why did that happen? Ah! What the heck? Okay, unsigned, int, story track is equals 0. There. Ugh. I think the unsigned would probably be best for this one because really I don't need any negative. Okay, and then zone would equal 0, so we'll just keep it like that. Probably put that unsigned too. I gotta go blow my nose. Give me a second. Ugh. I blew my nose so hard I had an ear pop. Always fun, isn't it? Back to work. Anyway. Okay. Why am I on it? I should be on it. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I think I'm probably also going to do that too with this one, except the first switch thing. So we're just going to go... So we're just going to call check the zone. Check the state of the game. I don't know why I'm copying this 3 times, but... Errant? There we go. Do nothing. There we go. Actually, I do need something here. Okay, so if play hits up on door 1. There we go. Excuse me. I had to fluff, apparently. So this one's gonna be 4. This one's gonna be 3. Okay, so I think I got this now. Okay, but I also am gonna need key commands up here too. And story. Actually, I think the story track I'll probably handle externally, if you ask me. Probably would be the best idea. Since I'm updating this, I can get rid of all this. Actually, it probably would be better if I did... Oh, no. Actually, yes, no. There you go. Okay, so far I got story stat 0 and story stat 1 primed out. I would love to program a map, but I don't think I would have the time to do that, necessarily, anyway. Hopefully I'm not being too boring here. I'm just kind of writing out a story here. Or at least notes for a story anyway. I'm probably going to be going off of these mostly when I start developing the actual story, but in this case, I think I also might lock the moves to the story stat as well. Though, of course, this probably means that I'm going to be calling over another function within some of these... Oh, I mean, another element into some of these functions, but... Oh, and here's one of the copyrighted songs I was just talking about. From the movie Puss in Boots, The Final Wish. Though, it is a good movie, though. I do recommend checking it out. Alright, so what do we need here? That, of course, he shows you a way. The council changing to a new movie. Move along the way. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. A little bit of writer's block, really. Ugh, I hate when writer's block happens. Scooby-Doo has only one O, not three. Or two. Well, okay, it only depends. If it's Scooby-Doo, then yeah, that's two. But if it's not Scooby-Doo, or just regular Doo, then no, you do only one. Or if it's the mountain type of no, not the drink, but as in, like, the dew, as on grass or whatever. Basically, it's DEW, but, you know. Okay, it's something light, it's quick, it's easy, but it'll probably work for a demo. Huh, I could probably just post that right there on Discord. Okay. I think with that, I'm probably going to end the stream right here. I'm feeling a little bit woozy here. Okay, I'm going to pause the music. Though, granted, that song is really good. Whoop. Switched into the intermission. Shouldn't have. Anyway, so if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. And, of course, let me open up YouTube. There we go. I'll see you all in the next video. This is Superchocolatemilkshake, signing off.